going on, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You're watching Morphs. This week's video, I think it's a pretty cool one. It's actually a topic I had a subscriber ask me about. They wanted to know my opinion and why I use what I use. And I thought I'd make a video out of it because I think it's a really good content. I'm going to be going over this week on what I think is better. The polycarbonate clear tubs, the semi-clear tubs, or the all gray tubs, of which you see a lot of people using. I'm going to go over why I use what I use and what I think is best. So before we get into this week's video though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All the support's greatly appreciated. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted next time I upload another video. And then also hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this new picture quality. My wife got me my Father's Day present early, and it's a ring light. So this is the first go round of seeing how it actually works. So leave me some feedback on what you guys think of the picture quality. I think it's actually looking pretty good. We'll see though as I start to edit this as to, what I need to do setting wise on the ring light, but I'm really liking it. So hope you guys enjoy it too. Shockwave would like to thank the sponsor of this week's episode. And this episode is sponsored by GP Snakes. Gershon is an amazing person that cares deeply about the community and hobby. He's a ball python breeder focused on the albino clown project, and as he always says, anti-everything, which I have to totally agree. He also runs a YouTube channel where he uploads videos on a regular basis. One of the series he runs on that is called Next Up, where he brings new breeders that just starting their journey in YouTube, brings them on and helps them get some traction, introduces them to his subscribers, and hopefully his subscribers find the new people interesting and sub to them as well. It basically helps the new people get some traction in the YouTube algorithm and helps ease that grind in the beginning. He also runs an amazing live stream called Under 1,000 Pod, where he gets different breeders in the hobby, brings them on. They talk about what they work with, how they started their journey, and where they're going in the hobby and or industry. It's a really awesome podcast. I highly recommend you tune in and watch it. Make sure to check out Gershon's social media. All of his links are in the description down below. He's producing amazing snakes and setting an amazing example for all of us in the industry and hobby. I can't say enough good things about Gershon. He's an awesome dude, and I consider him a very good friend. Thank you, Gershon, for sponsoring this episode. Without any further ado, let's get into this video. So, like I said, this video is going to be on what style tub I think is better. The gray, the clear, or the semi-clear. I will be completely honest, I have no experience using the all gray tubs. I know everybody says they're great. They have, no problem snakes eating in them. They breed well in them. I have never heard any bad, comments or anything about the all gray tubs. So with that being said, I do have experience with the semi-clear and the clear polycarbonate tubs. So I'm going to go over what I think of these two and basically give you my rundown of why I use what I use and why I prefer them. So let's start off with the semi-clear tubs. Now this is from an ARS 1065 rack. This is the 10 series tub. So this is what I use for my hatchlings. Now, I like this tub, first of all, one, it's got the water dish. All my tubs have water dishes built into them. So, water dish is a big key. It's got a nice size to it as well. For a hatchling, I normally put some bedding in here and a small black hide, and that's basically it. And, of course, the water bowl. But anyway. So that's basically the setup for this tub. It works great for these hatchlings, and I keep the hatchlings in here till they hit about close to 700 grams. I'm gonna say 600-700 grams. Then I go and I move them to the 50-20 rack, which is, we'll get into that later. But so they stay in these tubs for a while, and what I think is nice about them is that they're semi-clear. They give the snake a little bit of security that it can't see fully out, so it doesn't feel like it's out in the open. But on top of it, allows a little bit of light to shine through, gives them some of that natural day-night cycle, which I think is very important. And on top of it, on feeding day, I can tell if they're at the front of the tub. I'll know what to expect as I'm opening the tub because I can visually see in there somewhat. So it's massively, massively an advantage, in my opinion, to be able to see what's going on in the tub. So that way, hey, you don't want your snake to bite you. One, it's not a good experience for the snake. The other thing as well is that, you know, anytime a snake bites you, you run that chance of it breaking a tooth off, you know, it hurting itself. So you just want to avoid, or at least I try to avoid, any instance that a snake can hurt itself. So that's why I like these clear tubs. They allow me to see what's going on. If I need to use a hook, hey, I can get my snake hook, pull the tub open and feed, and then shut it with my hand. No problems at all. These things are great. Highly recommend the semi-clear tubs. Now, let's get into the fully clear polycarbonate tubs, which I love. All right, these are the polycarbonate tubs from ARS. This is just one I yanked out of my 5540 rack. So this is 5540 tub, built-in water bowl. It is polycarbonate, so it's completely see-through basically compared to the semi-clear. I'll put them side by side so you can see. So you get an idea. Semi-clear's got a little bit more fogginess to it. These are pretty clear. These are really nice. I like these. Now, same thing. You know, I have my grow-ups I put in these in the 5020 rack, and then the 5540 is what I have my females currently in. Great thing with these is, like I said before, you can see through them. More importantly, with the adults and grow-ups, you know, obviously they're bigger. A bite's gonna hurt a little bit more from an adult than a hatchling. So this really allows me to see what that snake's thinking, because I let my rats thaw out in the rooms. That way that aroma gets going around, gets the snakes thinking about food. And a lot of times when a snake's thinking about food, you go to open that tub up. What's inside is normally locked and loaded and ready to rock and roll. So that being said, that's why I like these tubs, because I can see where the snake's at. I can see what the snake's doing, if it's really, you know, focused and waiting, or, you know, if it's just laying there not really caring. So that's advantage number one. Advantage number two is when it comes to pairing. And this, I think, is what a lot of breeders don't think of. They always think about, you know, the fully clear tubs as far as, you know, your snake's going to feel super secure because it's going to be nice and dark. You know, your snake needs a day and night cycle as well. And, you know, the clear tubs allow that. But on top of all that, like I said, with the pairing, I don't always have to open up the tub to see if they're locked, if they're laying at opposite ends of the tub. I can visually look in these tubs from the end, because like I said, you know, you can still see through all the way to the back, and I can see what's going on in there. Yes, 9 times out of 10, I still open it, but if it's something where I don't want to disturb them at all, I can just visually look in and be like, okay, they're laying together, or they're completely separated. It gives me an idea of what's going on. So there again, a very important thing, because not everybody wants to disturb their snakes when they're, you know, when they're locked up, because you don't want to risk them unlocking and then just completely screwing up the whole process. And truth be told, I don't have issues feeding in the fully clear tubs. I don't have issues feeding in the semi-clear tubs. You know, maybe I'm fortunate on that. I don't know. But the way I look at it is they're all in a rack together. You know, it essentially acts like it's a big giant cave to begin with. Yes, they could see out to an extent, but hey, I don't have any issues with it. All my snakes act fine. They eat fine. They basically eat every week, just like any snake should. The only time they really go off food is during the breeding season, and I mean, you know, all the snakes do that eventually during the breeding season, I think, or at least in my collection. All the males shut down after a little bit in the breeding season, and normally the females shut down after a certain point in the follicle development. But I love these tubs. I would not, I have no plans of ever getting the all gray tubs. These things are just phenomenal. They clean nice and easy. They're nice hard plastic material. They're not brittle or anything. They're super thick. I don't know if I mean, these aren't cheap tubs. They're really super nice. My only complaint about them is when you get them from ARS and they're stacked together, they're a pain in the neck sometimes to get, you know, take them apart and separate them. But they do come apart, and they're super nice. I love these things. All right, now, with all that being said, what tub is better? I don't think you can go wrong with any of them, in all honesty. I think it's all personal preference. The gray tubs, a lot of people use them. A lot of people swear by them. They're great. They add a lot of security, but it does stay dark in the tub. Yes, everyone's going to say, well, and ball pythons normally stay in termite mounds. True. But, they do come out. They're not, they don't just see total darkness their whole life. They do come out and they see daylight. So I do like the semi-clear and the clear tubs for that fact that it gives them a natural day-night cycle in my room, at least, because I do have a window, see, I have a window there. It does shed some light down in here. The carpets at the moment have lights on them as well, so that also adds a little bit of light to the day-night cycle. So to me, I think that's beneficial. It just keeps them in a routine. They know when the lights go out and it's dark. I always feed it when it's nighttime, so they know that it's, nighttime means food time. I really don't disturb them that much during the night. So 9 times out of 10, if that tub's opened up and it's dark out, they're getting fed. And they know it. Snakes are smart, they know it. Would I ever switch to the gray tubs? No. I will never use all gray tubs, unless there's an instance where the rack I needed was only coming with gray tubs. I know, like ARS, they don't offer semi-clear in all of their racks. Like the 1065s, they come in semi-clear. Not entirely sure what all other tubs, what other racks they come with tub-wise. I know I think every rack comes with the gray tubs. But a lot of it, if it's not the semi-clear tubs that you can get for the rack, it's the polycarbonate tubs you can get. I know the 5540s don't come with semi-clear. I don't think the 5020s come with semi-clear. It's all polycarbonate. So you either have the solid gray or you have the clear. Your personal preference, whatever you want to do. I get a lot of compliments about the clear tubs. I don't know if a lot of people really think about the benefits of it. They always hear the benefits of the gray tubs. Try the semi-clear tubs, everybody, or even the clear tubs, the polycarbonate tubs. You won't regret it. A lot of people say about the one problem with rack systems are you don't get to enjoy your snakes. When I'm down here working, I can look in these tubs and, they're at some point the snakes are moving around. I get to at least see a little bit of them through the tubs. So I still get to enjoy them a little bit more than probably some other people do. I think it's a great big bonus. And on top of it, like I said, no feeding issues. They act normal. No breeding problems at all. I've had great success with them. My first season in them, I had 4 out of 5 females go on their very first year breeding. This year so far, I've got, out of 5 pairings, I have 2 that ovulated so far, and I have 1 more that's on the way. 2 of them did skip this year, sadly. But that's is that because of the tubs? I don't think so. They were locking up like they would normally do. They just, for whatever reason, reabsorbed partway through. It's going to happen, everybody. You can't blame that one on the tubs. That's just Mother Nature doing her thing. So that's going to be it for this week's video, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys are going to start thinking about getting the clear tubs with semi-clear tubs, because I really think you'll benefit from it. Your animals will benefit from it, I think. And if not, hey, there's nothing wrong with the gray tubs as well. I just know I personally really enjoy the clear and the semi-clear tubs. I like to see those animals. I like to be able to watch what's going on in the tub without totally disturbing them. So make sure you guys maybe think about just giving them a try. Or ask somebody else that is actually using them what they think of them. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, what you guys think of the semi-clear and the clear tubs, if you're thinking about switching, or if you just love your gray tubs and you're never going to switch. There's no wrong answer to what tubs you use, it's all personal preference, everybody. So that's going to be it. Make sure you guys check out our live stream every Sunday at 8 p.m. here at Morphs. We have ball python breeders, and every once in a while I get a carpet python breeder coming on. I'm going to try to expand a little bit to other snakes as well here and there. But we always have an awesome breeder coming on to the show. So make sure you guys check that out every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch you next time. Later.